And he goes by the name of Hess.
What's up, guys? DJ Hess here. I'm bringing you another game of my Nuke-a-thon. This is part 2, but this is the second game, and because I'm doing 10 nukes on 10 maps and I already have one on this map, so I'm going to go ahead and upload 2 of them since I did get 2 on Highrise. But the reason why I'm uploading this one, I know it's a little bit longer than the other one, but it's actually just about a double nuke. It's a double nuke fail, and I was like 2 kills, I think, from it. And I just wasn't playing smart, and I ended up getting shot through a wall. But kind of frustrating because I should have had a double. You know what? It's like I really like the chopper gunner, but it always gets shot down. So I always run the AC-130 now, and I just can't use it very well. So again, I mentioned it in a different video, but if you have any tips, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing wrong. It's like every burst that you shoot has to at least get 1, 2, or 3 kills. If you get a couple multi-kills, they respawn in 1 or 2 spots, and usually you're good to go. But as you can see right here, these guys kept flanking our spawn, and I wasn't gonna let it happen. So I spent the first couple minutes of the game just chasing down the guys flanking the spawn and thinking I'm gonna be able to build kill streaks this way, but it ends up being a bad idea because I end up dying. But anyway, yeah, this would have been cool if this would have been a double. The enemy's rushing hard though in this one, so you'll see here pretty soon I'm going to be ending up in their spawn, and well, it's in a bit, but I'll be in their spawn, and then there's nobody there, 1 or 2 stragglers here and there, and then my first nuke attempt fails. But then later in the video you'll see they're rushing super hard, and I ended up kind of posting up and getting a quick 7, or actually I think it's like a quick 9 kills, and it's pretty crazy ending. I'll talk about the ending and the gameplay a little bit more towards the end. But one thing I wanted to touch on is the objective gameplay in this versus Black Ops. It's obviously a little bit different because in Black Ops you can't get spawn tubed like you can in Modern Warfare, and that's part of the reason why I don't cap flags for the most part. Obviously, when you're trying to get a tactical nuke as well, you sit at a flag and risking a chance getting noob tubed or capping a flag, and it's not, you're not going to be able to get a nuke as easily if you try to cap flags, because obviously it kind of goes off and says, it lets the enemy know that you're there, so it's just not a great idea. But Black Ops is a bit different though. Last time I played it, I was playing very objective, and I would get quite a few caps. But anyway, let's see here. Right now, the reason why that there's hardly any enemies in their spawn, not just because I'm in here, but they're spawning closer. I think by the fuel tank in the middle of the map is where they're spawning right now, because I think I am in their spawn. But they're rushing us hard, and they're keeping my other teammates kind of trapped in the base. And just one more heads up about the games. I'm going to be creating a montage of gameplay, because I've been getting a lot of 5 to 7 kill streaks with knife only, or like I had a 4-piece or the other day that was pretty nice, but they ended up not being, or turning into nukes. So I figure at least I can do is pile them all together and make a montage. But what I'm going to be talking about mostly in this one is Celebrity Run-Ins Part 2, and this is just the NBA players. So again, DJing in Portland, I've been fortunate enough to meet quite a few celebrities, and you know, I don't know them very well or anything like that. It's not like I'm homies with them, but people like back in the day, Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, Jerome Kersey, way throwback, and Paul Pierce, and there's been a lot of other NBA people that I've met here and there just from DJing in the nightclubs, because a lot of times after the games, these dudes step out, and or even on off nights, if they don't have anything going on, they'll step out and come out to the clubs. And some of the ones I was DJing, some of the ones I was promoting, and I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, so most of the time they're pretty chill, and they're pretty cool. And I wish I could find some more of the pictures. You know, the picture of Jessica Alba and myself and a lot of these other celebrities, like basketball players that I've met, I friggin' have lost my hard drive that had all of my old pictures. So I gotta try to dig them up. I found one of Brian Grant myself and one of Bonzi Wells, but and I can upload those if you guys care. For the most part, you guys probably don't though, so it's not a big of a deal because it's not like it's anything crazy. I mean, it's just circumstantial. I ended up DJing in a venue or whatever, and they're there. So it's not like, again, that I'm trying to say that I'm super awesome or that I'm best friends with these guys. But anyway, and the other one was Jarrett Jack. Now, this kind of leads me into a segue. I was supposed to do, when Jarrett Jack actually played for the Blazers, I was supposed to be doing a Welcome to Portland party for Jarrett Jack, and it would have been like promotion and DJ. So let me break that down. Promoters, if you don't know anything about the nightlife, there's a couple different aspects. There's obviously, 1, there's a bar owner. 2, there's bartenders. 3, there's bouncers. And then 4, which is probably newer within the last 7 years or so, there's promoters. And what a promoter does is you basically will pay this people that can bring a lot of business to your venue. So if you're at a bar and you don't have any business on a Friday night, you hire a promoter, and this person will spread the word for you and tell everybody to come to your venue. And if this promoter has any pull, he can turn that venue around from 50 people to 500 people a night. In turn, that turns the revenue for the bar around 180 degrees. So it's definitely an interesting thing, though, because promoters, in my experience, and the reason why this segues from Jarrett Jack is because these guys, I was approached by a promoter asking me to do this party, and he was super shady, and it never ended up happening. And you know, I had the dates committed and all this other crap, and then he ends up bailing. So promoters are really sketchy in general, and I for one, I'm not a sketchy individual. I'm very honest and upfront, and I consider myself a decent human being. But it's funny because I've been in that industry for a long time, and so back in the day when I started in the business, I was a promoter. One of my good friends was a DJ, and he'd throw events, and I would promote it for him for free. I mean, I was just trying to bring my friends there and whatever, and I got to meet a lot of people, and I grinded. I threw out flyers for his events. I flyered cars. I handed out VIP passes to every hot chick that I could in a bar or a club, and then I would put together a guest list of between like 50 to 300 people for one of his events. And what a guest list does, I don't know if you guys know this. If you guys go to nightclubs, or if you're not old enough yet, when you do, you don't always have to pay. A lot of times, if you go early, if you got to know somebody like the promoter, they'll get you on a list. You'll get in for free if you get there by 10 o'clock. And the reason why it's helpful is because if you get in for free, you're helping bring clientele to the venue. And let's say you have 500 people in a club, and 200 of those people got in for free, but the 300 people that had to pay are going to have a lot more fun because there's 500 people there. So I don't know if that's too much math for you, but just consider that. Like, the more people you have at a venue, the busier it looks, and the more fun everybody is going to have that actually go and pay. So they're more likely to go back and pay. So the reason why I know most about this is, again, I started as a promoter, then I was a DJ, but when I was in college, I was the head promoter and the DJ. And the way a promoter gets paid is they get either they get a flat fee from the door. So in my situation, I got 100% of the door that came through. So anybody that paid to come into the venue went in my pocket. The other thing is they can get a percentage of the bar sales. Now, if they get a percentage of the bar sales, they can get 10% of sales. If a bar makes $10,000 in a night, you know, they can be walking with $1,000. So very lucrative business, but again, it's very sketchy. And a lot of people think that they're promoters, and they're not. And it's interesting. Versus the DJ side of things, you're the DJ, you come and you play music. But nowadays, and being somebody like myself, I was kind of a trendsetter in that form where I was a DJ / promoter. So I didn't get paid a flat fee to DJ. I got paid as a promoter, which, in all honesty, promoters usually get paid a lot more than the DJ. But yeah, that's a little bit of information about the DJ business in general. And this is city to city. Promoters come through, they bring business to a venue, and DJs usually come and just spin music, but a lot of times you have to end up doing both. This game is wrapping up, though. Hopefully you guys are entertained by this commentary. There's my tac nuke, and they're spawning in just the right spot, so I'm able to get quite a few multis from this point. I really wish this would have been a double. It would have been pretty kick-ass, but thanks for watching. This is the second, again, of my 10-part series, and I actually have already 10 videos, so I don't know if I should wait every Tuesday to release them. I'm going to do Tactical Nuke Tuesdays and release them on every Tuesday coming from this point on. If you guys do like this, please subscribe and please thumbs up so other people can see that you like my videos if you do. And there it is, 73 and 8, not bad. And I wasn't even host. Let's look at my 3 bar. So thank you much, and have a good one. Thanks, guys.